Welcome to the Safe Money Retirement Show with your host, Tim Wood. Tim is a retirement and income specialist, certified financial fiduciary, and the founder of SafeMoneyRetirement.com. Tim primarily serves Western North Carolina, East Tennessee, and Southwest Virginia, but he's sought after nationally for his expertise in helping people secure their retirements. Mr. Wood is a licensed life insurance professional in multiple states and specializes in working with people who are near retirement and those who have already retired with wealth management, income planning, and asset protection strategies using life, health, long-term care, and annuity insurance products. And now, here to talk with you about securing your retirement, your host, Tim Wood.
Hello, this is Tim Wood, your host, welcoming you to the Safe Money Retirement Show. I'm an asset and retirement protection specialist and your one-stop source for capital preservation and strategic income planning. I recently had the privilege and honor of doing a live interview again with Tom Hegna. Now, a lot of y'all already know who Tom is. He's a former lieutenant colonel, one of the top speakers in the country. He has authored 6 books. He's been viewed in over 80 million homes with his Don't Worry, Retire Happy public television special. And he's considered to be the retirement income expert in the United States, and I'm lucky enough to call him a personal friend. Let's go ahead and jump in and listen to part of the interview right now. Now, Tom, some say that guaranteed income from annuities is just too good to be true. Tell me, is that the case?
I would answer that by saying no, guaranteed lifetime income is not too good to be true. Guaranteed lifetime income is the exact opposite of life insurance. Think about it. Who sells life insurance? A life insurance company. All right. Well, is there any other product you can buy that will replace a life insurance policy? There's no other product that is going to pay X number of dollars on the day that you die. Only life insurance can do that. Now, isn't it interesting? Only a life insurance company can also issue an annuity. And what is the annuity? It guarantees you a paycheck as long as you're alive. So let's look at the risk to the insurance company. And let me explain why this is so powerful. What is the risk to a insurance company when they sell a life insurance policy? Well, the risk is that the person's going to die real soon. They buy $1 million term policy, bam, they get hit by a bus the next day. The insurance company's out $1 million. The guy died too soon. Well, what's the risk when they sell a lifetime income annuity? That somebody lives too long. She's 115 and she won't quit breathing. And every month she's breathing, those checks got to go. Because an insurance company is on both sides of the mortality and longevity risk scale, they are the only ones that can protect you from dying too soon with life insurance or living too long with guaranteed lifetime income. That's a mathematical, scientific, and economic fact. But now let me show you how it works to their advantage and your advantage, all right? See, because they're on both sides of that risk, they can neutralize mortality and longevity risk to themselves and to you. I spoke in Singapore 8 years ago at the $1 Million Roundtable. It was the first time I spoke in Singapore. And the day before I spoke, I got interviewed by Asia Insurance Review. It's a big magazine. And they said, Tom, we've reviewed your material, and we're very concerned about U.S. life insurance companies that are selling these guaranteed paychecks for life. And I said, really? They've been around for thousands of years. Why would it concern you? Oh, we believe medical technology is developing so rapidly that soon people are going to live to be 100, 110, 120, maybe even 130 years of age. And if these companies are guaranteeing paychecks for life, they're all going to go broke. And I just smiled and I said, well, you got it half right. You're right. They will be paying a lot of lifetime income, but guess what? They won't be paying any death claims on all those life insurance policies they wrote. Do you see? Because an insurance company's on both sides of that longevity and mortality risk scale, they are the only ones that can protect you from dying too soon or living too long. And yes, that is a mathematical, scientific, and economic fact.
Absolutely. And people hear me talk about that all the time, brother, that those mortality credits and how they are on both sides with a life insurance company. So, yeah, I mean, people still say it's too good to be true, but just look at the facts and look at what you just said, that being on both sides of that with life insurance and annuities, they cancel each other out and allow them to make money and allow us as consumers to have protection at death and protection for life. Now, Tom, people have heard me talk about this before. You wrote a very famous white paper titled Retirement Alpha. Can you please explain what Retirement Alpha means and how it applies to retirement income?
Okay, so I did write a white paper on retirement alpha and retirement. See, what happened was back in, I think it was 2011, there was an FRC white paper, Financial Research Corporation of Boston white paper on how income annuities improve portfolio performance, okay? And it talked all about how by just putting 20 to 40% of a portfolio into annuity, it's going to reduce the risk, it's going to reduce the downside risk significantly, it's going to increase the performance significantly, and they were really the first ones to say that. And the reason has everything to do with this retirement alpha. And retirement alpha is just a way of describing the mortality credits that are in an annuity. See, every paycheck you get from an annuity is composed of three parts. Part number one is principal. Anybody can give you principal. Part number two is interest or investment gain. Anybody can give you that. But the third ingredient is the secret sauce. It's called the mortality credits. In Don't Worry, Retire Happy, I call them longevity credits. It's the same thing. It's the extra credit you get for living longer, okay? And in book Retirement Alpha, my white paper, I called it Other People's Money. That was another title to it because I had an advisor and he said, Tom, I work with a bunch of baby boomers. None of them saved enough money. And the only chance I got is if I put them all in a life income annuity and they all pick life only. And that way the payout rate is high enough that they'll all make it. Now, the people who die early, some of their money's going to go to the people who live longer. But I tell my people this, you don't have enough of your own money to retire. I got to find you some other people's money. And he calls the mortality credits other people's money. And that's really what it is, because you have this risk pool. Some people die early, some people live longer. And now you don't have to have your money disappear when you die. You don't have to. You can pick life with cash refund. You can pick life with a guarantee. You can pick life with 20 years certain. But in its purest form, if you pick life only, see, here's the deal. You don't know how long you're going to live. I don't know how long I'm going to live. The insurance company doesn't know how long either one of us are going to live either, but they do know how long 1,000 of us are going to live, almost to the exact day. And so they can pay each and every one of us as though they knew exactly when we're going to die, because we're all going to get the highest guaranteed paycheck, because an annuity will give you the highest guaranteed paycheck of any product in the world. We're all going to get the highest guaranteed paycheck for the rest of our lives. If I die tomorrow, my paycheck stops after tomorrow. If I live to be 120, my paycheck will keep coming till I'm 120. And so, you know, Dr. Menachem Yari proved back in the 1960s that only a lifetime income annuity can optimize income over the indefinite period of a human life. You don't know how long you're going to live. I don't know how long I'm going to live. But the insurance company knows how long 1,000 of us are going to live, almost to the exact day, just like with life insurance. I mean, people say, well, an annuity is too good to be true. Well, what about a life insurance policy? If you're 20 and you pay $25 for a life insurance premium, you get hit by a bus, it pays $1 million death claim. Was that too good to be true? Yeah. For that person, that was a really good deal. But you know what? For the other 99% of 20 years, they're still alive. They're paying those premiums. It's all about numbers. It's actually, it's all math and science. That's what this all is. But I'm telling you, this retirement alpha is an awesome thing. It's the mortality credits. It's the other people's money. It's the extra money that you get.
Yeah, and I think everybody listening can agree that using other people's money is brilliant, right? I mean, that's just a great idea. Thanks for that explanation. You've been listening to part of my recent interview with world-class economist Tom Hegna. Now, I'm sure you'd probably like to get some more information. We have got a stack of Tom Hegna's books here. You can get a free copy. Just give us a call or log on to our website. Our website, as you know, safemoneyretirement.com, or give us a call, 833-413-SAFE. That's 833-413-7233. And let whoever answers the phone, let them know you want a copy of Tom Hegna's book, Don't Worry, Retire Happy. We will send you one absolutely free, no charge whatsoever. Ton of great information in there. I highly, highly, highly recommend you get your own copy. This is Tim Wood, your host of the Safe Money Retirement Show. I'll be right back after this informative message.
The market goes up and the market goes down. It always has and it always will. But if you are in or near retirement, do you have time to wait for the market to go through these cycles? Think about it. Having your money invested in the market is like walking next to the edge of a cliff. What if you lose your step? What if the edge gives way? What if a strong wind blows you over the side? It's good to stay away from the edge of disaster in life, and when it comes to being exposed to financial risk, it's no different. Shouldn't you try to protect the money you depend on for your retirement income? Pick up the phone and call us now to receive your complimentary Safe Money Information Kit. Call 833-413-SAFE. That's 833-413-7233. Call now for your complimentary copy of the Safe Money Retirement Book and Information Kit. Once again, our number is 833-413-SAFE. That's 833-413-7233. You're listening to the Safe Money Retirement Show with your host, Tim Wood.
Welcome back to the Safe Money Retirement Show. I'm Tim Wood, a Safe Money Retirement Specialist. In today's case file, we are going to look at Bill's story. Now, Bill is a 62-year-old recent retiree. He's got a $300,000 nest egg that he wants to use to provide him and his wife with a guaranteed income that they can grow over time to keep up with inflation. So he actually heard my podcast, reached out to me. We sat down in our fact finder appointment, and he came into the appointment leaning towards putting the whole nest egg into one of these products. However, based on Bill's specific situation and what his goals were, specifically with being able to keep up with inflation, we kind of tweaked that a little bit, and we came up with a specific plan, which instead of him purchasing one plan at $300,000, we actually did 6 separate plans at $50,000 each. Now, those of you that have read my book know what this is. I call it the ladder method. Basically, how this strategy works is you can turn one on, but in this case, he's got 6. So if he turns one on, it's going to pay whatever that one's going to pay, but the other 5 are going to keep growing. And then a few years down the road, he needs a little bit more money. He can turn another one on, but the other 4 are going to keep growing. And they can just keep growing and keep growing and keep growing to be able to outpace inflation and turn that more money on whenever you need to. So basically with this strategy, Bill and his wife will receive a regular monthly income from one of the plans because he went ahead and turned one on, with the other 5 growing at what they call a guaranteed roll-up rate. And by the way, that growth compounds. So when they decide, basically it's up to them. When they decide they need more than they have now, they can turn on the income from another one of the plans, and the other ones just keep on growing. So until you get to obviously to the very last one and turn it on, those will just continue to grow until you turn them on. And if they never turn them on, if there's some that actually they both wind up passing before they get turned on, 100% of that money goes to who they've named as their beneficiaries. So basically with the guaranteed income for life and the maximum growth, Bill's happy, his wife's happy, and I'm happy that they're happy. Well, I'm about out of time, and I would like to thank you for listening to the Safe Money Retirement Show. If you're serious about your financial future, give me a call, and together we'll get your retirement savings on the fast track to accumulate while reducing exposure to market loss. Thanks for listening, and until next time at the same time, I'm Tim Wood reminding you to stay safe so you can step into a secure future.
You've been listening to the Safe Money Retirement Show with your host, Tim Wood. Find out how to contractually guarantee that your hard-earned money is safe from market losses and that you have an income you can't outlive so you can have the retirement that you deserve. Call Tim Wood now for your complimentary Safe Money Retirement Book and Information Kit at 833-413-SAFE. That's 833-413-7233. Or request your copy of Tim's book online at safemoneyretirement.com. The preceding information does not represent tax, legal, or investment advice. Surrender charges apply to base contracts. Optional lifetime income benefit riders are used to calculate lifetime payments only and are not available for cash surrender or in a death benefit unless specified in the annuity contract. Fees may apply. Guarantees are based on the financial strength and claims-paying ability of the insurance company. No information presented today should be acted upon without meeting with a qualified and licensed professional. Obviously, by calling us now, you are just taking the first step towards protecting your retirement. It's important that you read all insurance contract disclosures carefully before making a purchase decision. Rates and returns mentioned on this program are subject to change without notice.